This is the Local Stage Podcast presented by Shoemaker Guitar Works right here from the new Shoemaker Guitar Works location at 1501 North Harrison Street. I'm Thad Shoemaker.
I'm Trevor at the lever.
How's it going, everybody? We got guests this week. This was supposed to be actually at the old shop, but I got the hell out of there, so I didn't have to pay another month's worth of rent. So we're doing it here at the new shop, and we've got Nick and Dan from Extinguish the Sun here with us. Regional metal band. Where are you guys from?
Dixon, Illinois.
Dixon, okay.
Dixon? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, get the hell out of here. No, I'm just kidding.
Thanks.
So how's it going, guys?
Great, real good. Thanks for having us. Your new spot is killer, man.
Awesome, I appreciate that. It's not quite set up yet, but it's been... that's the Harrison Street drag strip out there.
Wow.
That's the worst part of being here, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's coming along nicely, and trying to kind of switch to more vintage stuff than some of the newer stuff, than the cheaper stuff and whatever, and try and bring in more people that have a little bit of money that want that kind of stuff, and it's good for me. It's good for my consigners. So. I'm happy to be in this location. I've got a lot bigger shop area than what I had in the old spot, and so I'm looking forward to it. So yeah,
it looks good in here, man, and it smells old.
It does.
So it might make people buy some older guitars because it's all vintage in here.
Right.
But like Thad said earlier, we have Extinguish the Sun here as our guest this week. They're from northwestern Illinois. I don't want to say Dixon anymore. You guys know I have a problem with that now. So you guys started the band in 2015. So tell us a little bit about how that happened and where you guys are at now.
Me and Mike Morley, who were in a different band at the time. That band had kind of broke up. Nick and Jeremy, our singer, had been jamming a little bit, I think with him playing drums.
Yeah.
And fortuitously, we just kind of came together, and Jeremy Tums kind of retired from being retired from music.
Awesome.
And then that's basically, we were off and running from there.
Heck yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, even before the bands that Mike and Dan were in, and me and Miller had been in, we had played as a foursome, even before that. So we had known each other,
right.
And it just made sense to come together.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, you guys have a very unique sound. I mean, you guys reach like really hardcore metal, and then you guys back it off to more of just a hard rock
Kind of melodic thing going
Yeah.
on. You got a little bit of all the genres of metal from what I've heard of the music, and I really dig that. So
Thanks.
first of all, thank you guys for submitting your music to us. It's been probably 6 months ago that you guys submitted the first songs to us, I think, and we've played you a couple times, but I think this is awesome that you guys were willing to come down here and hang out with us for a while and let us play some of your music. So.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so this first track we're going to play, I picked out. I wanted to kick the show off right because the track is called Like Sex. So where'd that come from?
I believe, so unlike I feel like a lot of bands, our drummer actually writes quite a few songs as well. He's an English teacher, he's pretty well read. So it's actually, I believe, it's based on the movie Her. Spike Jonze movie from 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
8 years ago.
The guy who falls in love with his cell phone or
Yeah,
something?
Joaquin Phoenix is in it. Yep.
Yeah, so a loose basis on that feeling of, a very odd story, but but yeah, that's what I believe it is based on.
Okay.
Cool. Well, here it is. We're going to kick it off right with Like Sex by Extinguish the Sun right here on the local stage.
voices to the rooftops, they won't jump. They'll just stare out at the skyline. Bodies braced against the setting sun.
That was Like Sex. Here is Identity Crisis by Extinguish the Sun, right here on the local stage.
Someone told me that I ran away. It's okay, I wage this war every day. It's okay, and I won't be afraid today. I wanna love you, but now you wanna run away. Yeah. It's okay when you're talking to yourself again. It's okay when you're loving no one anyway. It's okay when you wanna see it all go down. Don't wait forever to stay. Love to walk with you when I stare into your eyes every day. Don't you waste your time. Don't ever look at my life. Don't you waste your time thinking of me. Leave me alone. Time to go home. I'm done with work. I'm dead to the bone. Show me the real you that used to be you. Down in the basement when we break the GameCube. Did someone say you won't be ready anymore?
That was Identity Crisis by Extinguish the Sun on the local stage. And we've got Nick and Dan here from Extinguish the Sun with us if you're just tuning in. And these guys are awesome. They've got a great band, got a great sound, and tell us a little more about the band. Like, okay, so you guys have been around since 2015.
Yep.
You kind of combined with as another band broke up, and so what are some of your influences as far as your music goes?
Well, I mean, it may be no surprise, based on a lot of the types of things that our music touches on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we all have different influences, right?
Right.
So, like me and Jeremy, the other guitar player, we grew up listening to like a lot of new wave British heavy metal stuff,
Okay.
Maiden and Motorhead and Judas Priest and thrash bands and stuff. And Miller came up listening to a lot of the same stuff, and then Pantera and Black Label Society and
Right.
Megadeth and that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
And then which Morley came up with a metal background too, but his interests lie in tons of other genres and more into punk and hardcore too.
Okay.
And Dan,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty across the board. I mean, I don't even listen to that much metal currently.
That's how I am. I love metal, but I don't listen to it all the time because I listen to everything. Like
Yeah.
You got to.
My playlist on Pandora contains anything from like classical music to freaking death metal, and anything in between, and that's what I listen to most of the time. So you got to be diverse as a musician, I guess, and have that diversity no matter what it is. But no, that's awesome. I can totally hear a little bit of all era of hard rock and whatever from like the late 60s on up. I even hear like a little bit of like the Deep Purple kind of thing or whatever, influence there, along with and definitely the Motorhead part and the all that. So I love that.
I'm not quite as cool as Lemmy, but
Nobody could be as cool as Lemmy.
And I think anytime.
but I'm trying real hard. Probably gonna kill me.
There's no more virgins in heaven because Lemmy's up there,
I think anytime you can draw on all those types of things, though, I mean, you're just gonna
Most definitely.
Yeah, that soup.
Yep.
And then I think something else that was important about, at least for me, when we started this band, is with having a vocalist like Miller and with his range and the types of different things he can do. I mean, it opens up a lot of different things that we could do that I was
Most
never really
definitely,
able
yeah.
to go into before, you
Yeah.
know. So that gives us a lot of flexibility too.
Yeah, for sure.
That's very cool, you guys. So this next track I picked out again because we forgot to pick it out before we entered this segment. So I'm overriding you guys, but we're gonna throw in Clocks. Is that off of your 2017 album Anti-Hero?
No, it's actually off the 2019 EP we put out.
Okay.
Oceans. Which unfortunately we didn't get to play a whole lot of shows on.
Yeah, I know.
We had a great show at Reggie's in Chicago, and then about
Closed up.
8 days later, everything was closed.
Everything was done.
Jesus, man.
Wow.
Dude, a lot of things were taken off for a lot of great people, especially artists, and then all of a sudden,
Yep.
And I know everybody's in the same boat right now. We don't need to get into it, but just to take off again and get that momentum everybody's waiting for.
Yeah.
So here it is. Let's jump back into the grungy tunes of Extinguish the Sun with Clocks right here on the local stage.
Subtraction puts me back 20 years to 21. With thoughts for all years behind rather than footsteps. These days time rolls by in waves. That's impossible to say, boy.
Extinguish the Sun with Clocks. Here is Letters by Extinguish the Sun on the local stage.
Okay.
Letters right here on the local stage. We're sitting with Extinguish the Sun right now. Guys, how'd that song start off? Was that a cocaine rip?
I kind of wondered that too.
I can neither confirm or deny.
Okay. I listened to that track. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of funny stuff, which I like being funny that Miller had recorded just when we were sitting there, and I was like, all right, we can't have something funny in every single song. Like, pick one to keep, then we can roll with that.
That's phenomenal, you guys. So that song was not off your EP.
No.
Okay, that was off the 2017.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought. And I was looking at your guys' bio on your website, and it's worded really funny. I like the bio. You know, you guys use a lot of interesting words in that.
I'm glad you had time to look at that because I've been so busy. I haven't had time to do that.
Like in the description of COVID, you know, all that, like in your bio at the bottom is really written really well. So like when you guys are, you know, locked down in quarantine, you guys are all thinking about new material. So you're gonna have something for us later this year?
Yeah, that's the hope. I mean, we were just talking about it on the way up. I mean, the writing, musically, that's the bright spot that's come out of the last year. Not only for us, but I think probably most groups, right?
Yeah,
for sure.
But yeah, I mean, we are well on our way to another full length of new music. And yeah, the hope is to definitely be able to record and release that this year.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to that already. So we're going to jump into a sponsor block because we get paid to do this. Very, very little.
Very little,
but we still
get paid.
Yeah. So we'll be right back with Extinguish the Sun right after this.
If you're looking to blast off the best scent of 2020, look no further than Lee Pingle's Sweet Nectar Musk. This cologne will scent you up and make you smell like you've been living in a porta potty at Eldora Speedway for a whole week. Forget the urinal cakes. Lee Pingle's Sweet Nectar Musk will get the job done. Waltz proudly into any West End bar and expect the ladies to be a-flockin'. Lee, how do you do it?
Well, I just come into the factory about twice a week, and they hook my tits up to the milkers, and they get all my nectar out. Yeah, I'm making a couple bucks.
It's Lee Pingle's Sweet Nectar Musk, exclusively at Walmart.
Shout out to our sponsor, Lobo's Salsa. Lobo can be found on Facebook and Instagram. Just look up Lobo's Salsa or hashtag Believe the Hype. Lobo's Salsa is available all around the Quad Cities, and if he likes you, he might even deliver it to you. Check out Lobo's Salsa on Facebook and Instagram.
Hey, do you have a business or a band per se that needs some merch? Well, I've got your people. Go to Elite Ink Printing. Nowhere else can they give you the best deals, fastest shipping, highest quality, and above all else, they're based right here in Davenport, Iowa. We are currently working with them, and if you use the promo code LOCALSTAGE at your checkout from EliteInkPrinting.com, you will get free shipping. That might not be advantageous for some of you right here in the Quad Cities, but if you're listening from far away and you have a big t-shirt order, that's a really good deal. Again, that's Elite Ink Printing right here in Davenport, Iowa. They're currently running amazing deals, and I'm telling you, it's the highest quality, best pricing, and fastest shipping you will see in the t-shirt business. So get on it. Again, use checkout code LOCALSTAGE, and they will hook you up.
Shout out to our sponsor, Allied Barber Supply, 1513 Harrison Street in Davenport. There's so much more than just men's grooming. There's everything manly that you could ever imagine in that place. So check them out. Allied Barber Supply, 1513 Harrison Street, Davenport.
If you need the rush for 2021, search no further than Lee Pingle's Turbo Dogs. We fused the Jack-charged energy from the leading energy drinks into a classic gas station hot dog. Don't waste time eating and drinking to get your morning going. Choke down a Lee Pingle Turbo Dog, and you'll have enough energy to compete with the top crackheads out of the Quad Cities. Kick the fatigue with Turbo Dogs. Backed with hogs, sugar, glucose, citric acid, taurine, sodium citrate, caffeine, caramel color, glucuronolactone, sorbic acid, niacinamide, inositol, L-carnitine, guarana seed extract, milk thistle extract, Panax ginseng, and hog cocks. Lee, where'd you get the idea?
Well, I'm a big fan of roller grill items, and I hate walking to the cooler to grab an energy drink. So I had my R&D department create these turbo dogs. I usually choke them down. No bun, one bite. It's Lee Pinkle's Turbo Dogs. Grab one at Murphy, USA.
I remember the last thing you said, how everyone is dead. The fire's out, the crowd is blood. Another blanket burned, another mattress turned. But I am not your savior, I am not your lamb. Answers to be given, answers to be had. Where are you going? What are your intentions? Live my life.
Extinguish the Sun with Flashes right here on the local stage. We are here with Extinguish the Sun right now. If you're just joining us, these guys are pretty awesome because they came rolling into Thad's new shop with a cooler of beer for us. And I was thirsty. And it's always a pleasure to do the show with you guys and a little bit of alcohol.
For sure.
You know, we're not down here
They
chugging
even brought the
brewskis.
right brands. I mean,
I
they
know.
brought PBR and Busch Light. That's
PBR
what
and Busch Light, man.
Speaking of which, I'm surprised to see that you're drinking Busch Light or PBR. Usually it's PBR or Busch Light for
Vice
you.
versa,
So,
yeah. You got to switch it up every now and then,
that's true. You do got to switch it up.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I'm what you would call a bad beer aficionado.
Me too.
Most people are. And there's nothing wrong with that because it's the drinkability. So that was Flashes, that track that you guys just heard. Can you guys tell us a little bit about that one?
So that was a pretty early song. Obviously, it's off our first release, Anti-Hero. But the one cool thing that always sticks out to me about that song is, obviously, even 2 releases later, we still have it in every set. But that being probably like 3 songs in from what we were writing, I think.
Like 4 or 5.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Well, but that was, I think, one of the first songs where being in the jam room and playing it was just like, yeah, okay, this is a cool.
That's when you knew that it was like it hit you, and you're
there are just parts in that song that still today, just for whatever reason, maybe it was the time when we wrote it, I don't know. But there's just things about that one that still get me.
Yeah, man. The early creations of a new band. It's always gonna hit you guys in the feels a little bit, in the tunage memory, if that's such a thing. I don't know. But are you guys looking for new merch to get?
Well, merch is hard.
Just say yes, all right?
Yeah.
Because I gotta go into a sponsor. If you need band merchandise, look no further than eliteinkprinting.com. And on checkout, use promo code LOCALSTAGE. They have the highest quality, fastest turnaround to dimension-free designs. That's Elite Ink Printing in Davenport. eliteinkprinting.com. Didn't mean to stick that in there, but like I said before, we get paid very little to do those things.
If you can sell our current merch for us, then I will gladly go to, what was it called?
eliteinkprinting.com.
There you go.
All right. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it. All right, so when I was listening to you guys earlier, there's a lot of, like I mentioned to you guys, I think before we went on the air, you guys are super insanely heavy at certain points in your tracks, and then all of a sudden you guys get just a hard rock. And I like that dynamic.
I do too.
And so we're going to go into another song that I picked, because I keep forgetting to ask you guys what song we want to go into after the segments. My bad. But this is the Nameless One, and I think this is one of my favorite ones of the lot that you guys sent us. So here it is, the Nameless One by Extinguish the Sun, right here on the local stage.
Nameless One by Extinguish the Sun. What a great tune, guys.
Thanks.
Yep. That one. Excuse me.
Get that, get
Sorry,
that beer burp
man.
out, man.
Sorry,
Come on.
trying to do the beer burp. PBR.
for you.
It's a little gamey, all right? But what I wanted to say is the Nameless One, that's like your guys' most upbeat rockin' song. Like the drum beat on that track, I mean, it's just like, you know, all of you guys' other tracks are more, you know, hard rock type, but that one's like an upbeat.
That's
you know,
the song that you could hear on everyday rock radio, I think, you know, out of all your tunes. I think that, you know, that would be the one that would be played, you know, every day on iRock or something like that, you know, if that could happen.
Yeah,
so
if you want to do that, that's cool.
that would be awesome, wouldn't it? I wish I had that power.
Yeah.
The beauty of this is as soon as we capture all of our bands, like you guys on the station, you're in there forever.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So if Ryan decides to do like an A through Z countdown again, he puts local music in there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And we got a great response from that last time we did it.
That's great.
Yeah, and people were, you know, like, you know, prime time driving around, like, you know, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you hear a local band come on the radio. That's freaking awesome, man. That's killer.
And that's
Ryan's
something
a genius.
no one else is doing, you know?
Oh yeah, nobody's doing that. I mean, there's actually a lot of stations around Eastern Iowa and Western Illinois who are doing a lot of local music, and I think they actually play longer than we do. They actually go on for like
2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
But I haven't listened to them.
But
I've just seen their sets.
they're not interview type.
It's not.
It's
there's
just,
no host, I don't think.
Right, and I listen to those also. You got to listen to your competitors, I guess. And, in fact, I've actually found a couple people to submit stuff to us from our competing shows. But what I would like to point out is that the reason that we have so many local shows on different radio stations around eastern Iowa and western Illinois is because there's so much talent in this area.
Yeah.
Within a 200-mile radius of the Quad Cities, there's just so much musical talent around here, and whether it's country or classic rock or
we speak nothing of
metal
country
or blues or whatever. There's so much talent around here. And it's just awesome that we can be a part of that, and help spread it, and it's just a cool time that we live in, that it sucks that we had this pandemic thing that kind of killed all the shows, but now we're getting back to normal and getting some shows going. And speaking of shows, do you guys have any that are coming up here at all in the recent future?
Unfortunately, not quite yet.
Okay.
But believe us when we say that we do want to get back out there.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Everybody's got their own pace for everything, and I think that's just a part of the process of returning back to normal.
Pace, like picante sauce?
No, like Tapatio.
Oh, okay. Well, I was kind of thinking like Lobo Salsa.
Lobo Salsa, yeah. That was a great transition.
Yeah. Tremendous.
Yeah.
This guy.
Did you listen? You listened to last week's show?
I did.
Joe Ronnebeck was one of our guests. He's a guitarist for Resonator here in.
We know.
Yeah, yep.
And he was like trying to get into the Lead Ink ad for me, and he came out of the song Crater Fine Wine, and he's like describing the wine, how it's been aged in the barrel so long, a lot of notes on the flavor, so red, so dark, it looks like ink. Nice. The Lead Ink printing, and I'm like, dude, you should be on the show every week with us now, man.
You did a better job with that.
I was trying to figure out some way of trying to be clever when it comes to that.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But as long as we say Lobo Salsa is the best salsa in the Quad Cities, which it is. I don't even use chips anymore. You just drink it out of a pint glass and a coffee mug. It's the best stuff. You can even cook with it. Feel the burn. What's the slogan? Believe the hype?
Believe the hype.
Believe the hype.
And it is true. It is true.
Yep. Check out Lobo Salsa on Facebook and Instagram to find out where you can snatch your jug.
Yeah.
Snatch that jug up.
That's interesting.
And keep it in the fridge until it's gone. And then you can go restock another one. This next track, Witch Hazel. This is your guys' in my opinion, slowest track, most melodic track. It starts out that way.
Yeah, for sure.
It starts out that way anyway. Tell us a little about this one, guys. Give us the secret.
I don't know if there's much of a secret to it.
I probably shouldn't have said secret.
The secret here,
there is no secret. It's a
the whole
badass
thing about
track.
secrets is you don't really ever tell.
To me, it kind of.
To me, I put me on the spot here. The secret.
Nice,
business,
Nick.
but
Nice. Yeah, you don't tell anybody. Not anybody. The family secret.
To me, it kind of reminds me of like the old school Metallica or old school Pantera, how you get that kind of slow melodic thing, and then you go back into the heavy thing, and then you go back into the slow melodic thing, and whatever. But that's kind of what this tune reminds me of. What were your influences on this song?
Well, what I can say about this that actually comes to memory when I think about like the time when we wrote this is this was actually when we had an injury in the band that lasted for quite a while. This was when actually Miller was laid up with an injury, and we had in order to keep practicing and stuff, because he was down and out for a little while, we actually changed locations and we're in a new space that he was able to jam in. And I don't know, sometimes a change of scenery brings out different things.
Definitely.
And I think that this is one of those that came out of that time.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. You know, it's all about the influences, and whether it's your environment that you're in or whatever, you know, that to bring that. Music has no boundaries, you know. It can come from anywhere, you know. It can come from walking down the street and seeing some crazy guy walking down the street, and you know, I'm gonna write a song about that, you know, like here it goes kind of thing, you know, whatever. But
I have a feeling that song will kind of go like
around here, yeah, probably.
All right. Anyway, we're gonna jump back into it. Here's Witch Hazel by Extinguish the Sun right here on the local stage.
Table set at midnight, left alone by candlelight, calling out into the void again. Take this wretched feeling. Table set for two, left empty. Obscure obscurity. Let's toast the end again. I am just a man, taken from what's in my grasp, lost forever that held any meaning. And I am just a man, living without feelings. Are we musing forever for this one day? When the world comes crashing down, you'll be the one left out. When the ashes clear away, you'll see the leavings of a shell of man. I can see the tail lights, and I knew it was our last night. The dust that settles bury my soul again. And I can see the forest through the trees, and I can feel all the love forever. And I still have empty thoughts whenever we're together. When the world comes crashing down, you'll be the one left out. When the ashes clear away, you'll see the leavings of a shell of man. And all that is with me will remain. Pictures of you will fade away. This eternity is taking forever.
That was Witch Hazel by Extinguish the Sun right here on the
Great
local
tune,
stage.
guys.
Great
Thank you.
tune. And if you need any barber supplies, specifically beard oils or face balms, go to Allied Barber Supply, 1513 North Harrison Street in Davenport. You can get a bunch of manly stuff there too. Like what, Thad?
Well, you can get Filson flannels and all, like American-made jeans and all kinds of cool stuff there.
Very
And they're
cool.
actually not at 1513 Harrison, but I don't have his new address yet. He's on. He moved also, like same week that I moved. He's down. He's actually downtown now on right by me and Billy and all that stuff. But I don't have the exact address, but I do know it's on 3rd Street. So go check him out, Allied Barber down on 3rd Street in Davenport. We'll get that address figured out for you next week.
So if you want to become a lumberjack, you go to Allied Barber Supplies. They'll help you out. All right, we have Nick and Dan here from Extinguish the Sun. They've been great guests with us tonight, and we played some
They even
amazing
brought us
music.
beer.
Yeah, they even brought us beer.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers. No, for real, you guys have been great guests. If you want to be guests on the show, or if you want to submit music, email us at thelocalstage@gmail.com. We will play you. Or you can come on into Thad's new shop, and we'll talk to you.
Yeah.
But you have to remember, bring us alcohol.
Or
That's how
food.
it works.
Either
or
way.
food, or salsa,
Yeah.
or whatever. Just bring gifts. So, Nick and Dan, thank you very much for coming on the show. Is there anything you guys want to close out with?
Just be on the lookout. Hey, if check our website out, www.extinguishthesun.com, and Facebook, and the things, the Instagrams and whatever. We have some vinyl out. You can go to mostlyannoyed.com.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome.
So, yeah, I mean, and just keep on the lookout. We're going to start rocking.
Very cool. I
Hopefully
mean,
sooner than later.
you guys are having a new album come out this year.
That is
Hopefully.
the plan. Yeah, that is the plan.
It's in the works, right?
Yeah. The songs are coming along. So,
Awesome.
And they're gonna knock you on your ass.
Awesome.
Just
awesome.
like all these just did. Well, thanks again, fellas. And this has been a great episode of The Local Stage. We're happy to have guests back again more frequently.
I'm happy to be back. It's been, I've been kind of spontaneous here the last couple of weeks as if I'm going to be here or not because I've been trying to move and get things organized and whatever else. So
Yep. I might be the next spontaneous one because I have a new child on the way here in about 3 weeks.
You do.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Our son, little Noah, on the way. So I might be absent, but,
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yep.
We'll pull through.
Yep.
I am Trevor at the Lever,
I'm Thad Shoemaker.
and here is In Oceans by Extinguish the Sun. You guys?
Thanks for having us.
All
Yeah,
right.
thanks, man.
thanks for listening, everybody, and thank you guys for being here also. And
Thanks.
thanks for the beer.
Thanks, Nick and Dan.
Time is not the same. All this endless ticking pain. Take a look around you. Tell me that everyone's to blame. Don't run away now. We have to somehow. Time is wrapped in trays in a broken, brittle case. Burn the candle at both ends. Never a top for